G'day guys, it's Mitch from Switchback LED Lighting, back again for our 6th and final video. As you can see down here, we've got our custom headlights running, with all our halos running and hooked up. So in this video I want to show you guys how the wiring and whatnot works, and how to hook them up pretty much. I'm going to use a test battery, so at the moment I'll get these out of the way so we can see what's going on. Alright, so there's a bit going on here. I'll disconnect them for now, and disconnect our modules. So our first module is our power supply. Red and black wire, obviously positive 12 volt, negative. We've got a fuse built in, that's a 10 amp fuse for our power supply, and then we've got our output. So our first plug, the bigger plug, if it's going to focus, probably not. We've got two plugs. We've got the smaller one for our Bluetooth module, bigger one is for our driver. So that's our power supply. Next is our driver. So again, we've got the other end of our big plug here. We've got our Bluetooth module end was in our power supply down here, so that connects into here. Our driver connects to our power supply. We've got 4 outputs here for each ring, so I've got 2 for our right, 2 for our left, and we've also got this lot of cables here too. Now I'll quickly explain what these are. So our yellow, our turn signal wires, so we can wire into our turn signals and have the rings flash when we indicate, pretty much. Our white wire here is a DRL wire, so if we have this connected up to 12 volt, it will not change from white. So this is good for when you are driving, when your car's running when you're driving and you don't want any other colour than white on, which is the legal requirement. This is pretty much it just allows no other colours to be on whilst driving when this is powered. So if this is not powered, you can change them anytime, pretty much. And our turn signals, so they, whatever is running, so let's say you're driving with white and your turn signal gets power, this wire gets power, that particular side will indicate. So there's 2 of these, obviously, one for left, one for right. So as I've explained, got our power supply, I'm going to plug that in, and we've got our Bluetooth module that's going to plug into the power supply, like so. And on our power supply, I've got a little battery here that I use for bench testing, whatnot. We've got our positive on the positive and negative on the negative. So I'll slide all this stuff back here without so we spin our headlights back around so we can see. I'll give you a sample of both of those wires I just explained. So we're looking at the left headlight at the moment. You'll be able to see this because it'll all be in frame. I don't know which is left and right, so we'll test it. But as soon as our yellow wire, turn signal wire, gets voltage, Wrong one. As soon as it gets voltage, like this, all the halos will turn orange. And as soon as we stop, they'll go back to what they were. So for example, I'll jump into the app here and select our device, and we'll go to white. So this is what we'd normally use, either the whites while we're driving. We'll stick to this, and let's say we indicate. We turn the corner and stop indicating, and I'll flick back to white, which is what we want. The other yellow one does the other side. They do the other side, so left and right obviously, and then we've got our DRL, which when powered, as we will see, let's say we'll go on this one. We'll pretend we're on red, and that's the last thing we were on last time we used the lights on a colour. So if I put voltage on there, it'll go into white. Once it loses that voltage on that wire, it'll go back to what it was. So let's say we're on a sequential mode, such as this one, mode 3. We put voltage on that wire and I'll turn to white, like so. And then once it doesn't anymore, then it goes back to what it was on. So the app I'm using, we can see in frame if it wants to focus, is Magic LED. So I'll open Magic LED up. This is the menu you'll get. It'll search for Bluetooth devices straight away, and if it wants to focus, it tries to. So our device is going to be called SP105E. There's 2 of them here because I've had 2 going this afternoon. So we'll press on 1 and it'll bring you to this page. So we've got our static colours, so white, red, green, blue, and cool white. We've got our brightness control, so we can turn up the brightness if we want to, like so. And we can go right down. The speed is, if we're in a sequential mode, we can slow the speed down, like so, and speed him back up. And if we press these arrow buttons here, it cycles through all the modes. So we'll open the modes, and we've got, I think, over 200 different modes, sequential modes to choose from. Auto, we'll go through them all one by one for about 5 seconds or so, and we've got a little toggle switch up the top that'll turn the halos off. So you can do this while they're still powered. So we'll flick him back on, and that's pretty much, all our Bluetooth modules come configured. So we want GRB. This is having a hard time focusing on this phone, and our chips are SK6812 RGB and total pixels 600. So they'll be set automatically, you won't need to worry about that. So pretty much that's all there is to it. That's how to hook them up. We've got our power supply going to power. You can wire this how you want. You can wire that red wire. Move over here. That red wire that we were talking about before, that's hooked up to the battery at the moment. We can hook that red wire up to accessories, ignition. So when the engine's running, it'll have power, and so you can pretty much hook them up how you like. Our 2 indicators. These go to the positive of each indicator. This is easily accessible. This is the easiest way to access that, I'll show you on this headlight here, is out of our plug. if it'll focus. Yep. Our pins in our plug, so when your plug plugs in, that's your headlight harness, you can tap off those wires in there, splice into those for your indicator, for our indicator sequence there. So pretty much that's all there is to it really. So once they're unplugged, obviously they don't have power. That's pretty much how they hook up in the car. You pretty much just got to wire these in and put your power on and you're good to go. We include, we include 2 extension harnesses with the headlight kits that we sell. So normally we'll have the module and boxes mounted on the driver's side. So we just run these across the engine bay to get to our driver module. So pretty much that is that. As I said last time, flick the camera around to me now. But pretty much that's the process of doing our headlights and hooking them up. I thank everybody for watching this series. It was a pretty long series, but I didn't want to make a huge 1-hour video to cover everything, so I've just sort of gone through it at my own pace when we're putting these together. So the customer he may come and get them, or we'll send them down to him for him to hook up. And yeah, so thanks for watching the whole lot, and hopefully we'll be able to do other cars in the future and record them and put them on YouTube for you guys to see, so you can do it yourself. But shortly I'll have a kit that will be available on our store. That'll be a complete VF modification kit. That'll include everything you need: your projectors, your all your wiring for the halos, obviously, the extension modules, that extension leads that you'll need, and I'll probably even throw in the high beam LEDs, as there's limited room in these, so only a couple of LEDs will actually fit in these projectors. But yeah, it'll be I'll get them up shortly and get you guys to start doing them at home if you want to. I just feel like it's a cheaper option for people that want to pull their headlights apart at home if they don't want to pay the money for us to do it. It is quite a big process, but completely doable at home. As you see, I'm at home. I do heaps of sets. So thanks for watching again, and we'll catch you in the next video.